place and say, Sadhguru, I can't bear this, my mother-in-law, my boss, my husband, my wife and all this. I tell them, you just calm down, you stay with me in the center. We will make sure your husband, boss, wife, mother-in-law, nobody enters this place, just you. We'll give you good food, we'll give you a good place to stay, nothing to do, just stay. Randomly I will come and check. When I check, you must be joyful. If you're miserable, I don't believe in feeding misery. Oh, 24 hours, you keep them in one room. They'll go crazy. When you're alone, if you're miserable, obviously you're in bad company, isn't it? You must check this out by yourself. 3 days by yourself, just stay in the room. No reading, no television, no entertainment, nothing. Simply stay awake and simply sit in one place. You see if you're really joyful. Nobody will bother you, you must be blissed out. Now the problem is just this, that you have an intelligence which you have not taken charge of. You have a supercomputer and you have not read the user's manual. Yes, you're not bothered, you think by accident, somehow you can make it happen. Somehow if you make it happen, it happens once in a way for everybody. Everybody is peaceful and joyful and loving at certain moments in their life. This will happen to any fool. To stay there, it takes something else. Not that it takes great effort, it is just that if your body and your mind took instructions from you to stay healthy, to stay peaceful, to stay joyful and to stay in an ecstatic condition is possible, isn't it? The problem is, did not take charge of it. Somehow you want to make it work. Can I tell you a joke? Because the people in the upper regions look very serious. On a certain day, a bull and a peasant were grazing upon the field. And there was a huge tree at the edge of the field. The peasant looked up at the tree nostalgically and said, "Oh, alas, there was a time I could fly to the topmost branch of the tree. Now I do not have enough strength in my wing even to get to the first branch of the tree." The bull very nonchalantly said, "Oh, that's no issue. Just eat a little bit of my dung every day. Within a fortnight you will reach the topmost branch of the tree." The pheasant said, "Come on, what kind of rubbish is that?" The bull said, "Really, try it and see, the whole humanity is on it." Very hesitantly, the pheasant started pecking at the dung. And lo, on the very first day, it reached the first branch of the tree. Within a fortnight, it reached the topmost branch of the tree. There it was sitting on top of the tree, just beginning to enjoy the scenery. The old farmer who was rocking on his chair saw a fat old pheasant sitting on top of the tree. He pulled out his shotgun and shot the bird off the tree. The moral of the story is, many times even bullshit can get you to the top, but it never lets you stay there. Now, this is how you're trying to handle your well-being. A glass of wine will make you peaceful. To watch a television show, it will make you joyful. No, unless your mind takes instructions from you, you will know it only in specks. Just look at yourself and see. When you were 5 years of age, in 24 hours' time, how many moments of joy you knew? And today, how many moments of joy you know? Has it gone up or gone down? Now, at 5, if you were so joyful, by the time you were 30, you should have been ecstatic. If you had grown up, I'm saying. But you got messed up. The only problem was just this. When you were 5, your intelligence was at a certain level. Now this grew. This is your problem. You're complaining about the most wonderful faculty that a human being has. Yes? See, if at all if you suffer, what is it that you suffer? You just look at this and see. People suffer what happened 10 years ago. People suffer what may happen day after tomorrow. Yes or no? So what you're suffering is not life. You are suffering your memory and your intelligence and your imagination. Two most important faculties which set human beings apart from every other creature on this planet. Our ability to remember, our ability to project and create what we want. This is what you're suffering. Yes or no? You are not suffering life. You are suffering the most fantastic qualities or faculties that a human being has. Because you did not take charge of it and they're going all over the place. Unless you do the right things, the right things will not happen to you. Unfortunately, this world is made like this. If all of you are successful enough, you understand, at least in the outside world, unless you do right things will not happen to you. If that is true, why is it not true with the inner nature? Unless you do right things here, right things will not happen to you. If right things are not happening to you, obviously you've not done the right things. Yes? What is the right thing? I'm not talking about right and wrong in terms of moral or ethical way. Existentially, what is the right thing? Now that we're in Michigan, I must tell you an event that happened in Michigan sometime. An old timer. Winter's coming, when the lake froze up. I'm talking about the lake, not the other lakes. When it froze up, he decided to go ice fishing. So he went and sat there morning 10 o'clock, cut a hole in the ice and sat there. And of course you can't go fishing just by yourself. A crate of beer went with him. Well, hours passed on, rolled on, beer cans fell empty, but the fish basket also stayed empty. Evening 4 o'clock. The entire crate is empty, but the fish basket also empty. Just then, a boy from the downtown area, playing big music on the boombox, came. Close by he sat, cut a hole and sat for fishing. The old timer looked at him and thought, no fool like a young fool, you know. I've been sitting here an entire day quietly and I haven't caught a fish. The fool comes at 4 in the evening with music blaring and he hopes to catch fish. But to his amazement, in 10 minutes the boy landed a huge trout. He looked at this, then he thought, flash in the pan, and dismissed that and focused on his fishing. But in another 10 minutes the boy caught one more fish. And he put his fishing rod down and in amazement he kept looking at the boy. In another 10 minutes he caught one more huge trout. Now he kept his pride aside and slowly walked to the boy and asked, I've been sitting here the entire day. I haven't caught one. In the last 30 minutes you caught 3. What is the secret? The boy said, Ru-ra-ra-ra, ru-ra-ra. What? He toned down the music and said, Ru-ra-ra-ra, ru-ra-ra. I don't understand what you're talking. Then the boy spat out a blob of something into his hands and said, you have to keep the worms warm. Unless you do the right things won't happen to you.
Just frozen, that's it.
If this cannot sit here peacefully and blissfully, We must see that we are not doing the right things with this machine. Do you agree with me? This is the most sophisticated mechanism on the planet. Do you agree with me? But you have not read the user's manual? No training as to how to handle this? They're training you how to handle the world. Nobody is training you how to handle this one, isn't it? There are many ways to look at this. Every human experience has a chemical basis to it. What you call as peace is a certain kind of chemistry. What you call as joy is a certain other kind of chemistry. What you call as blissfulness is another kind of chemistry. What you call as ecstasy is another kind of chemistry. Agony is one kind of chemistry, misery another kind of chemistry, anxiety, stress, everything has a chemical basis to it. Or in other words, this is a chemical soup. The question is only, are you a great soup or a lousy soup? If I give 10 ingredients of soup making to all of you, will all of you produce exactly the same kind of soup? There will be 2,000 varieties of soups with the same ingredients. That's all that's happened here. All of the same ingredients. Are you a great soup or a lousy soup? This is the question. It's time to understand that a great soup happens not by accident, but by competence and intent. If we know how to do something well, things happen well. Yes or no? Those of you looking up for every solution that you want, those of you looking up, I want to tell you. What do you think? This planet is round or flat? No, I'm asking this question because we come from Tennessee, you know. But it's still under debate. Round or flat? And it's spinning on top of it. So, if you look up, invariably you're looking up in the wrong direction. In this cosmos, is it somewhere marked this side up? I'm asking you. Anybody from Australia? They also think they're up. So, I'm saying in the very nature of your perception, you cannot even grasp which is up and which is down. Yes or no? Can you? Do you really know? In this galaxy, are we looking up or looking down right now? Do you know? Not only that you do not know, you're incapable of knowing, isn't it? Because human perception is like this. It once happened. Shankara Pillai was looking for a job in Bangalore. You know whether it's Bangalore? And the interviewer asked a question. Tell me, which is further, Mumbai or the moon? Shankara Pillai said, Mumbai. He said, what? How can you say Mumbai is further away than the moon? He said, I can see the moon, I cannot see Mumbai. Human perception right now through senses is good enough to survive, not for anything more than that. If you want something to happen with this, if this has to become a full-fledged life, if this has to know the full depth, breadth and depth of what this life is, then the only way is that we have to enhance our perception. Without enhancing perception, if you do something, you will imagine and you will believe. If we work hard enough on you, we can make you believe anything. From your childhood, if we work on you, we can make you believe whatever. Isn't it so? This happened in New York City. An 8-year-old boy came back from school in the afternoon And he had a very progressive mother. That, she's so progressive, obviously she's single. And he came home and asked, "Mama, is God a man or a woman?" She thought about all the political correctness of it. If you say a man, for sure you're in trouble. If you say a woman, you don't know what. Then after much thought, she said, "Both." Then the boy went into deep thought. After some time, he came back and said, "Mama, is God black or white?" She again thought about all the sensitivities. And then he said, "Both." Then the boy went into deep thought and again came back and asked, "Mama, is God straight or gay?" She again thought of all the political correctness of it and said, "Both." Then the boy jumped in joy. I got it, it's Michael Jackson." You can believe whatever you want. But the most important thing, if anything significant needs to happen, if anything truly significant has to happen in this life, the first and foremost step that you need to take is, you come to terms with this. What I know, I know. What I do not know, I do not know. Is this okay? Hello? Is it okay? Yes. People have not understood the immensity of realizing what you do not know. The immensity of I do not know. Only if you say, I do not know, you will want to know. Seeking will happen, searching will happen, knowing becomes a possibility. Whatever you do not know, if you believe, then when you're among your own type of people, it looks perfect. If somebody else comes and asks a question, either you don't know the answer or a war will happen. Yes, this has been the fate of humanity for many centuries now, because people are unwilling to admit what they do not know as they do not know. When you say, I believe something, what you're saying is just this, that things that I do not know, I will assume and concretize those things within myself, because it gives me confidence. Confidence without clarity is a disaster. Too much confidence in the world without necessary clarity about it. Is it not important? Is it not important that before you fall dead one day, but this is not my wish, okay? Anyway, you and me will fall dead one day, yes? Yes or no? It's most important to understand this, because most people think other people die. No, you and me will die. We wish you I bless you with a long life, but someday you will die, I will die. All right? Is it okay? Before we fall dead, whether you explore the entire cosmos or not is left to you. But at least this piece of life, you must know it in its entirety, yes or no? If you did not get to know this piece of life in its entirety, life just bypassed you, that's what it means. All that's happening is thought and emotion. It's just psychological drama. People are spending their entire life in their thought and emotion. They think it's a great thing. I want you to understand, your thought happens only from the limited data that you've gathered in your mind. Yes? It doesn't matter how much you think, you're only recycling the past. Nothing more can happen there. Your thought and emotion is keeping you busy. This means your psychological drama is on, life never happened. Life doesn't happen in your mind. I know they have poisoned you with these ideas, I think so, I am, and all that stuff. I'm asking you a simple question. Because you are, you may think, isn't it? Yes or no? Not because you think you're here. Because you're here, you may think if you wish. But because people are in such a state of mental diarrhea, they think their thought has a more substantial existence than themselves. They think their thought is more significant than the universe. See, in this entire cosmos today, there is not a single accident. No galaxies clashing with each other, nothing, everything is going fine. These 100 billion plus galaxies, nobody hit each other, everything is going fine. Even in the solar system, none of the planets clash with each other, everything fantastic. But one little thought, one nasty little thought is crawling in your head, and it's a bad day. Isn't it? I mean, you lost proportion as to who you are in this existence. In this cosmos, this solar system is a speck. In that speck, this planet is a micro speck. In that micro speck, Detroit City is a super micro speck. In that, you are a big man. This is not a small problem. It's a very serious problem. Your thoughts and your emotions have become more important than the existence itself. It is just drama that you're creating in your head. You could do any kind of drama, right now it's misdirected, that's all. This happened. A man had a windfall in the stock market. He was over 60 and lots of money happened to him. So he wanted to spend as much money as possible upon himself. In Northern California, there are medical institutions where there are more swanky than a 7-star hotel, and you can go for a medical checkup, and not in one day, you can take 7 days or 15 days, and at your own pace, you can do the medical tests and stuff. So he got admitted in one of these things for a medical checkup. So, a really nice place, and they appointed a very pretty-looking young woman to care for him, and he was enjoying the whole process. On the 4th day, in the evening, he felt so relaxed. And unfortunately, what should happen in the toilet happened on the bed. So, he didn't know how to handle this mess, he was just thinking what to do. Then he heard the footsteps of this young lady coming towards the room. He did not want this pretty young woman to see the mess he had done on the bed. So he quickly picked up the sheets and threw it out of the 5th floor window. There was a man, a regular man, returning from a party. It's such an unfair world. A man is expected to walk on a round planet, and the damn thing is spinning. On that he is supposed to walk. So, with great difficulty he was walking sideways and slowly going home. Then this sheet came and covered him. He screamed like a banshee and fought like a windmill. It took 2 minutes for him to get the sheet off. Hearing all this commotion, the security came rushing. They asked, what happened? The man was standing there dazed, looking at the sheet. They asked him, what happened? What was all the commotion about? So he said, it looks like I've beaten the shit out of a ghost. Now this is the problem. You create your own ghost, and then you fight it. If you win, you've gone cuckoo, believe me. If you win the fight with the ghost that you created, you lost it, isn't it? When I first came to the United States many years ago, wherever I went, people were talking about stress management. I couldn't understand this. Why would anybody want to manage stress? Because in my understanding, we manage our family, our business, our wealth, our money. Why would we want to manage our stress? It took me a while to understand that everybody has concluded that stress is a part of their existence. And of course, there are a lot of stress busters, professional stress busters going around. This is like just beating the shit out of a ghost. You create it and you bust it. You have to understand, all that's happening is you have not taken charge of the fundamental faculties of your mind. That's all. You can call it stress, you can call it anxiety, you can call it madness, you can call it whatever. Essentially, you are unable to take charge of your own intelligence. That's all that's happened. Yes? A rudimentary approach. That's the reason why all this is happening. Because first of all, we have not understood the nature of the human mind. If you allow me, I will kind of hop, skip and jump through this, so there may be some loopholes. If you find loopholes, so ask me questions. There are no loopholes in this, it's just that there is no time to present it to you the full science of it. So I will hop a little bit. When we say mind in English language, it's just one big thing. You don't know where it is. Do you know where it is? There's no such thing actually. It's only a new activity in a certain way if you look at it. In the yogic science, we look at the human mind as 16 parts. Here, for the sake of time, I will compress it into 4 parts. Okay? These 4 are, they are called Buddhi, Ahankara, Manas and Chitta. What this means is, the first thing is the intellect, which unfortunately is the only dimension of intelligence that our modern education systems are nurturing. Only the intellect. Intellect is like a scalpel. It's a sharp instrument. Whatever you give it, it will cut it into 2 and look at it. This is the nature of the intellect. The sharper it is, the better it is, because it is a cutting instrument. And because our modern education is completely dedicated to intellect alone, completely ignoring other dimensions of intelligence, this is one of the major reasons why simply to exist has become so stressful. What is it that most human beings are doing? To eat, to sleep, to reproduce and to die one day. How much suffering? Nothing else they're doing. What else? I'm asking. To earn a living, to eat, to sleep, to reproduce and to die. Quick, fast. Another one is doing it more peacefully. So worms and insects are doing it better than us, isn't it so? Unnecessarily stressful, everything, sitting, standing is stressful because only one aspect. This is like you have 4 wheels to your car, you try to drive it on 1 wheel only. You know how stressful it is? That's all that's happening. Intellect is like a sharp knife, and it must be sharp. If it's not sharp, it's no good. Ahankara, or usually this is called ego, but it's not ego, it's identity. Your intellect can function only with an identity. Please look at this carefully. You have to be identified with something for your intellect to function. So, identities of many kinds with your nation, race, religion, gender, family, education, individual person, in so many ways, millions of identities, one complex mess. You call it my personality, all right? All these different identifications that you have taken on. Now, it is this identity or this ahankara which holds the intellect. If you want an analogy, like this is a knife and the hand that holds it. The hand that holds it is very important. Why is it that we will not give a sharp knife to a child? Not because knife is dangerous, because there is no steady hand. The child would harm himself or herself or someone else. Not because knife is dangerous. Knife does not jump and stab anybody ever. It is the hand that holds it which does it, isn't it?
Yeah.
If the hand that holds it is a certain kind, with a knife you can save a life. If the hand that holds is a certain other kind, with the same knife you can take a life. A lot of people in this world have been killed by the knife, but a lot of people have been saved by the knife, isn't it? Today tell me, which is more? More people are saved by the knife or killed by the knife?
Killed.
Saved by the knife. So knife is not a dangerous instrument by any standards. It is just the hand that holds it. So how you keep this hand? Nothing has been done about it. Just hodgepodge identities, people are picking it up and doing something with it. Now the third dimension of the mind is called manas, which is a huge silo of memory. There are 8 dimensions of memory. Now I will not take you through all that, but there is memory. There is conscious memory, there is subconscious memory, there is unconscious memory, there is genetic memory, there is evolutionary memory. This entire body is memory. People think memory means it's here. No. You definitely don't remember how your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather looked like. Yes? You don't remember. But his nose is sitting on your face right now because your body remembers. Your body remembers or no? Million years ago, how your forefathers were, still your body remembers. It has not even forgotten your forefathers' texture of the skin. Yes or no? So, there are 1 trillion times more memory in the body than in the mind. There is an enormous silo of memory which is genetic, karmic, evolutionary, all kinds of memory. Now, without a memory bank, your intellect will be useless. See, right now, it is happening unfortunately to a lot of people. Mr. Alzheimer will visit you one day. And suddenly, though you had a sharp intellect, it's suddenly useless. It's become like a baby intellect, simply because there is a dislocation from the memory bank. Yes? See, the intellect is not gone. Because the memory support is gone, suddenly intellect is useless, because without memory, intellect cannot function. It is only dipping into the tank of memory that we have, this intellect looks like what it is right now. Now there is a 4th dimension of intelligence which we call as Chitta. Chitta is unsullied by memory. It has no memory in it of any sort. It is pure intelligence. It is this dimension of intelligence within you which can transform a piece of bread into a human being in a matter of hours. What you call as my body right now, you said this is the most sophisticated and complex mechanism on the planet. With what are you manufacturing this? With bread, banana, this, that, whatever. Yes or no? Whatever you put in, there is an intelligence here which is capable of transforming everything into such a sophisticated machine, isn't it? Even if you're eating junk food, still it is being transformed into a fantastic machine, isn't it? Maybe troubles you here and there, but still it's a fantastic machine. Of all the gadgets, this is the only gadget till now that you've not replaced. That means it's been working better than your iPhone and everything else, isn't it? Now, this intelligence which we refer to as Chitta, even if a drop of this intelligence becomes a part of your conscious experience, right now it's in function, otherwise you wouldn't exist. You are not running the complexity of your liver, kidney, heart, spleen and whatever, are you? It is all being conducted from within. This intelligence is in function, but you are not conscious of it. The problem with the human being is just this: whatever you are not conscious of does not exist for you. Right now, there is a huge dinosaur standing at the back of this hall. Don't turn back, please. You are not conscious of it. It does not exist for you. It doesn't matter what is here. If you are not conscious of it, it does not exist for you. So there is such a dimension of intelligence here that if you give it a piece of bread, it will make it into a human being. Now if I took a piece of bread in my hand or a banana in my hand and turned it into a human being, who would you think I am? Huh? Magician? Which magician produced a human being out of a banana? If I take a loaf of bread and convert it into a human being right here, who would you think I am? Must be the Creator Himself, isn't it? Every one of you, are you not doing this within yourself? Are you not? Within yourself, you're taking all kinds of things and making it into a human being in a matter of hours. The problem is, it is not happening consciously. If a drop of this intelligence entered your life or the conscious space of your life, this would become magical. Your life will become magical. No room for misery. Right now, we are trying to drive our car on one wheel. Intellect. Thinking about everything. What are you trying to think? Just look at this, in 24 hours. What is the thought about, do you know? Most of the thought you're not even conscious, it's just flowing. Because we have given too much significance to one dimension of intelligence, completely ignoring other dimensions of intelligence. If we don't learn to turn inward and handle this properly, this immense possibility of being a human goes waste. In the sense, if we had to just eat, sleep, reproduce and die, we have not come with an appropriate body. I want you to understand this. If you had come as a worm, as an insect or an animal, you could eat better, you could breathe better, you could die better. Yes or no? You are not a competition in eating. There are insects and worms which eat 50 times their own body weight in 24 hours. That would be a real party, isn't it? But if you eat a little more than what you should, you either end up at the doctor's or the toilet. That's the kind of body you have. This is not made for party. Little party, you will fall sick. Sleeping, there are insects, worms, birds, animals which sleep 3 months at a stretch, 6 months at a stretch. We have the most comfortable mattresses, you remain there for a few more hours than you should, it becomes extremely uncomfortable. So sleeping department, you're no good. Reproduction, to bear one child, how much fuss. They're all doing it in hundreds, thousands, some of them in millions. Yes? You have no competition in the reproduction arena. Yes or no? Even dying, they will do it simply. That also you fuss a lot. So if we were designed just for doing this, obviously not come with the necessary equipment like that. But this has come with another possibility. That is, you can transcend the limitations of who you are. You can experience life in a way that no other creature is capable of experiencing. You can experience life beyond your physical nature. When I say experience life beyond your physical nature, take your right hand and touch your left hand and say, is that you? Hello? Touch the chair on which you're sitting. Is that you? How do you know this? How do you know this is me and this is not me? What is the basis of your experience, I'm asking?
Sight.
Sensation.
Sight.
Here there is sensation, here there is no sensation. Or in other words, what you're saying is, whatever is within the boundaries of my sensation is me. Whatever is outside the boundaries of my sensation is not me. Yes? That's what you're saying, isn't it? Right now there's water in this glass. Is it you? It's a question. Is that you? Now, if you drink it, does it become you?
Yeah.
So what did you do with the water? All you did was, the water that is outside the boundaries of your sensation, you include it into the boundaries of your sensation, suddenly it's become you. These whatever number of kilograms you carry in the form of your body was all over the place. What you call as my body is actually a piece of this planet, isn't it so? Please, you must get this from me now. Someday you will anyway get it from the maggots, but it's no good then. You must get it from me now. What you call as my body is just a piece of this planet, isn't it so? It's a borrowed thing. It's all right, carry it well and keep it well, that's different. But this is just a piece of planet. What was yesterday not your body is your body today, isn't it? Many pieces of it. So, this body you are experiencing as myself. What was not you today is you, simply because you ingested it into the boundaries of your sensation. Whatever goes out of the boundaries of sensation, suddenly it's not you anymore, isn't it? Now, the sensory body, the nature of the sensory body is like this. If you manage to keep your life energies in a certain level of effervescence, you will see the sensory body will expand. Some of you might have experienced this at some moments. Did it so happen to you at a certain moment in your life, you were so happy, that tears came to you? At that moment, if you held your hands 6 or 8 inches away from your body, right here, you would feel sensations. If otherwise, you can just try it right now. Close your eyes and just rub your hands together like this for just 20-30 seconds and hold it about 4 inches away from each other. You will notice there are sensations beyond your body. Just try this and see. Is it so? Something happening between your hands. So the nature of sensory body is such that if you make these life energies vigorous or effervescent, the sensory body will expand. If your life energies become depressed, the sensory body will contract below the physical boundaries. This might have happened to somebody, you're very depressed sitting there, somebody comes and taps you on the shoulder, but you don't know. You cannot feel it simply because your sensory body has shrunk. At the same time, you're very exuberant. Somebody is just looking at you. You already know they're looking at you because sensory body expands. Now, what is called as yoga? The word yoga means union. The word yoga does not mean circus. Yoga means union. That means who you are became beyond the boundaries of your physical boundaries. You experience life beyond your physical nature. If your sensory body, let's say, became as big as this hall, and you experienced all these people as a part of yourself, not in your thought, not in your emotion, but like how you're experiencing your 5 fingers. These were not yours some time ago. They were all over the place. We ate food and it became like this. As you're experiencing your body, if you experienced all these people as a part of yourself, after that, do I have to teach you morality? Be good to this person, don't kill this person, don't harm this person. Do I have to teach you thou shalt not this, thou shalt not that? Because what you experience as a part of yourself, you anyway take care of it. To be joyful, to be loving, to be in a state of empathy is a natural outcome of experiencing something as a part of yourself. All the time this is the effort. I want you to understand this. If it finds a very basic physical expression, we call this sexuality. What two people are trying to do is, what is not you, you're trying to include it as a part of yourself. Well, it seems to work for a moment, and next moment, it doesn't work. If you do this with your emotion, this is called love. Again, when you say, I love you, what you're trying to do is, what is not you, you're trying to make it a part of yourself. If it finds a mental expression, it gets labeled as greed, ambition, conquest, or simply shopping. If it finds a conscious expression, this is called yoga. That means if you succeeded in sitting here and being able to experience everything as myself. If your life energies are kept truly vigorous and effervescent within you, you can sit here and experience the entire universe as myself. So when that happens, we refer to somebody as a yogi. Yogi means he experienced the entire universe as himself. This is not a philosophy, this is not an ideology, this is not a teaching. This is the way life is happening. Modern physics is telling you that as you sit here, every subatomic particle in your body is actually in constant communication with the entire cosmos. Physical sciences are telling you this. If such a phenomenon is happening, should you not experience it? Whatever the hell is happening with this must be in your experience, isn't it? Yes or no? What is happening somewhere, if you're not interested, let's leave it. But what's happening here must be in your experience. When there is an intelligence here which can make a piece of bread into a human being, you must know this intelligence. If it bypasses you, the most significant aspect of your life has bypassed you. It doesn't matter how much you eat, how much you reproduce, how much you earn, you will see life will still remain empty. You're trying to keep yourself entertained. That's why I'm telling you, 3 days, you take off, be by yourself, sit in one room and see. You will see what states of madness mind is right now. You're just keeping yourself busy so that if you don't have anything else to do, you text. You're somehow trying to stay preoccupied so that you don't have to face the emptiness of who you are. I feel, whatever our condition, isn't it very important we face it up and approach it as to what is the solution? Where is a goddamn problem, there is a solution also, isn't it? And the problem is not existential, the problem is psychological. You're taking positions in your mind, and these positions have become bigger than your life. Life is happening here, within you. This phenomena of life is the biggest thing that's happening in this universe right now. But most human beings never ever experience it except their own thought and emotion, which is just their drama, not even a well-directed drama. At least if it was made like Broadway, it's all right. No, it's a bad drama. It happened. A lady went to sleep. In her sleep, she had a dream. In her dream, she saw a hunk of a man standing there and staring at her. Then he started coming closer and closer and closer and closer. He came so close that she could even feel his breath. And she trembled, not in fear. And then she asked, "What will you do to me?" The man said, "Well, lady, it's your dream." What's happening in your head is your dream, isn't it? Now, this is not a problem of life not happening the way you want it. Even your dream is not happening the way you want it. If your dream was happening the way you want it right now, would you keep yourself blissful or no? For sure. First, let's at least conduct the dream the way we want it. We should be able to switch off the dream when we don't want it. Yes or no? We have tried to engineer the whole world. By this engineering, much comfort and convenience has come our way for sure. But we are not any better than what we were 1,000 years ago. We are not any more joyful, any more peaceful, any more loving, any more blissful, no. We are as good as them, or probably we are whining like never before. Yes, we are the most comfortable generation ever. Do you agree with me? No other generation knew these kind of comforts and conveniences. What royalty could not have, today average citizens have, isn't it? Most of you are driving chariots with 400, 500 horses. By this engineering, comfort and convenience has come. Well-being will not come. If well-being has to come, this has to be engineered the way you want it. We're trying to fix the world the way we want it. I'm asking, are you happening? Your mind, your thought, your emotion, your body, is it happening the way you want it? If this 1% happens your way, you living blissfully is guaranteed, isn't it? So no. If everybody happens your way, still you will not live well. And they will never happen your way, believe me. If you're still such a hopeless romantic, that one day you will find somebody who will happen just the way you want them. I've lived long enough, I'm telling you. Nobody will happen ever 100% your way. Yes or no? Have you found one person like this? Your mother, father, your children, your husband, your wife, your friend, anybody happen 100% the way you want it? Anybody? No. If they happen 51% your way, you have the controlling state. You have achieved something. But 100% now, they will not happen your way. This 1% must happen 100% your way, isn't it? If this one happened your way, you will keep this person at the highest possible experience. Is blissfulness a goal by itself? No. It is just that if you're blissful by your own nature, that means you are never the issue in your life. There are issues and issues in the world, but you are never the issue. Right now, your own thought and your own emotion is a big issue. Most people spend their entire life trying to learn to handle their own thought and emotion. Till the end of their life, they're only talking about how their thought and emotion is torturing them. You should figure it out at least by the time you're 16. No? Okay, 25. 60, you still can't figure out what's happening with your thought and emotion. Then this is a serious failure case. Yes? It doesn't matter. Even if you're 80, you still can, the remaining part of your life. Fix this, isn't it? What is needed is, we need to engineer this properly. The problem is just this. We have not even taken a good look at this most phenomenal machine that we have in the form of human mechanism. This is made like this. If you as much as turn your hand like this and this, the way it functions will change. It is so subtle. You are like a Paleolithic man punching on the computer keyboard. All kinds of obscenities are coming out on the screen. Because this needs to be operated like this, but you're like this. It doesn't work like that unless you do the right things. Right things will not happen to you. At least, is this clear? If you are given an option, you want the highest level of pleasantness. But if highest level of pleasantness happens, that will not be everything. It is just that you will have no fear of suffering. Only when there is no fear of suffering, only and only when there is no fear of suffering within you, will you take full strides in your life. Otherwise, every step is a half a step. What will happen to me? What will happen to me is always a question. What does it mean? It just means, will I get to suffer in some way? If this doesn't happen, will I suffer? If that doesn't happen, will I suffer? This is a question. This much assurance you must have. Whatever happens in the world, whatever happens around you, this will be only like this. If this much assurance comes, then you would like to experiment with everything in life, isn't it so? If you had no fear of suffering, would you be more on the gas pedal with everything else in your life, I'm asking? Yes or no? It is the fear of suffering which has crippled humanity, that always afraid. If I do this, if it doesn't work, what? Now, if whatever you're doing doesn't work, what? You came here without any investment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You came into this life with investment?
No.
You came without any investment. Whatever happens, you're on the profit side. Isn't it? What will happen in the end? What will happen in the end? today I'm going to tell you the secret. In the end, you will be dead. Ready? I've released the suspense for you. In the end, you will be dead. Before that, what the hell did you do? That's a question, isn't it? Before you fell dead, what did you do with this life? Have you made this into a fantastic piece of life? Or is it a twisted out mess all the time? So don't give yourself excuses. As we can fix the outside world, we can fix the inner world. As there is a way to engineer the external situation, there is a way to do inner engineering within yourself. Every human being is capable of this. I want you to know this. When it comes to external situations, we are all differently capable. No two human beings are equally capable when it comes to outside situation. What I can do, you cannot do. What you can do, somebody else cannot do. This is how it is. But when it comes to inner situations, all of us have come with the same possibility. The question is only, did we explore it or not? The problem with this is, all your five sense organs, which is the basic form of perception, are all outward bound. You can see what is around you, but you can't roll your eyeballs inward and scan yourself. You can hear this, but so much activity in this body, you cannot hear this. If an ant crawls upon this hand, you can feel it. So much blood flowing, you cannot feel it. In the very nature of things, sense organs are outward bound. But the seat of your experience is within you. When I say the seat of your experience is within you, do you at least see me? Yeah. Even if you're not listening to me, do you at least see me? Those up there, do you see me? Just use your hands and show, where am I? Ah, you got it wrong. You know, I'm a mystic from South India. The light is falling upon me, reflecting, going through your lenses, inverted image in the retina. You know the entire story. Where do you see me now? Within yourself. Where do you hear me right now? Within yourself. Where have you seen the whole world? Within yourself. Have you ever experienced anything outside of yourself? Even if somebody next to you touches your hand right now, you think you're experiencing their hand. No. You're only experiencing the sensations which occur in your hand. You cannot experience anything outside of yourself. In the very nature of things, you know the world, you know their existence, you know everything, only the way it's projected within you. Yes or no? If the entire human experience is happening within you, at least what happens within you must happen the way you want it, isn't it? This has not happened because we are busy fixing that. How long will it take? How far is it? This happened. Someone came looking for Isha Yoga Center in southern India. They came to a nearby village and asked the local boy, how far is Isha Yoga Center? This boy said, it's 24,996 miles. I said, what? That far? He said, yeah, the way you're going, if you turn around, it's 4 miles. So this is not far away. If you look this way, it's endless. If you turn around, the source of your happiness, the source of your well-being, the very source of your creation is right here. It's time you turn inward. I thought we will do a few minutes of meditation. Is that okay? What we will do is keep your hands facing upward like this. If you can sit with spine reasonably erect, supported by the backrest. You must sit with a slightly, see if you close your eyes and sit with a slightly upturned face, you will notice a mild focus between your eyebrows naturally. Just try that and see. With eyes closed, if you keep your face slightly upturned, without any effort, there will be a mild focus between your eyebrows. Just maintain that focus. Just close your eyes. Keep your focus between your eyebrows. Take your own time. Take your own time. Slowly. Very slowly. questions, any kind of question, please.
Thank you for taking our questions and welcome to Detroit. I have a question in regards to the city. A lot of outside sources around the world have particular thoughts about our city. Could you speak a little bit about what those thoughts do and what is it that we can do collectively in position of our thoughts and our minds to help them? And is there any kind of energetic way that we can help that, as well as how we place ourselves out in the world and talk to others?
Make better cars. So energetically, better cars which consume less energy. I think everything is good.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. My question is about the impacts of the sadhana and the kriya that we do, such as inner engineering, BSP. As we go through these mindful practices, it seems that the energetic body is changing, but the physical body is kind of like, hey, what's going on? And, personally I've noticed foods I used to eat, things I used to drink, maybe non-organic foods, these kinds of things, when they come into the body, they're rejected. And I'm just trying to understand what's going on.
These two questions are a bit connected about energetically what we can do. We need to understand this, as you said. See, every creature on this planet, right now, we have only one of the sample of the species here at all. If you put something in front of him, he knows whether to eat it or not. He has that much intelligence. But a human being has lost it. There's too much psychological drama happening. He doesn't know what to eat. Probably there are a million books in America as to what to eat, each one of them saying different things. Now, your energetic body is becoming active and body is exhibiting a certain intelligence that if some food comes to you which is not suitable for you, it's rejected. Is it not a good thing? That you don't have to read the micro print behind every package, how many milligrams of magnesium, how many milligrams of something and something. Just if you take it in your hands, you know you should not consume this. You do not want